The Prophet's marriages to Salama and Zainab bint Jahsh. This year, the Prophet married Salama. Salama was the wife of Zainab, who passed away. He moved into the room vacated by Bint Huzaima. The marital bond between Zayd and Zainab bint Jahsh continued to sour day by day. Zayd sometimes presented the situation to the Prophet, receiving advice to be patient and to hold on to his wife. But one day came. "I divorced Zainab," he said. Some time passed. In a verse revealed by the Almighty, it was stated that after Zayd severed his marital bond, he married Zainab to himself. And this ruling was established to show that there is no sin upon believers in marrying the divorced wives of those they adopted. Furthermore, in another verse it was stated, "Allah has not accepted those whom you have adopted as your sons." And it was commanded to call them by their fathers' names. Zayd, who had been known as Zayd ibn Muhammad for years, would now be known as Zayd ibn Haritha. The Beni Mustalik incident and the slander. News arrived of an impending raid on Medina by the Beni Mustalik tribe. The Prophet immediately went there. He dispersed their group. Some were taken captive, and they returned. On the way, it was not noticed that Aisha had left for a need, and the army moved on. When Aisha returned to where the army was, she saw that they had left. Meanwhile, Safwan ibn Mu'attal, who had also left for a need, had arrived. He had seen Aisha there. He put her on a camel. He himself held the camel's reins, and they set off. They caught up with the army. However, Ibn Salul, the leader of the hypocrites, spread the rumor that Aisha and Safa had stayed behind for an indecent act when they arrived in Medina. The hypocrites spread this slander. Some Muslims joined in this baseless news. The Prophet waited a month, hoping for a clarification from the Almighty. Finally, he explained the situation in the mosque and demanded that the person who spread the slander be punished. However, this matter turned into a conflict between the Aus and Khazraj tribes, and a fight broke out. It fell to the Prophet to calm the situation. He investigated the matter among his close associates. No one found Aisha guilty. Umar asked, "O Messenger of Allah, who is it that married you to Aisha?" Upon receiving the answer, "It is Allah," he said, "Allah would not allow a woman to defile your honor by committing adultery." "Would he marry you?" "This is a great slander," she said. On that day, verses 11 to 20 of Surah An-Nur were revealed, declaring Aisha to be pure. The marriage of the Prophet to Juwayriyah, who was among the captives of the Banu Mustalik tribe, led to the release of all the captives from that tribe. Also in that year, when Abu Alas came to Medina and accepted Islam, the Prophet gave his daughter Zainab to him.